The jungle at night is never truly silent, but this night felt different. The air was heavy, the trees were still, and the pond in the middle of the forest looked like a mirror of glass, untouched by even the faintest breeze. Suddenly, a dragonfly shimmered into view, its delicate wings catching the silver light of the moon. It hovered gracefully above the pond, as if the entire jungle had paused just to watch its fragile dance. With a gentle flutter, it lowered itself and landed on a floating leaf, unaware that the water beneath it was holding a secret. At first, nothing seemed unusual. The dragonfly rested, adjusting its wings, basking in the glow of the night. But then, a faint ripple moved across the water. So small, so quiet, that it could have been mistaken for a passing breeze, yet no wind touched the forest. The ripple grew, spreading wider, breaking the stillness, as if the pond itself had taken a sudden breath. The dragonfly, unaware of the danger, stood completely still, its jeweled eyes glimmering in the darkness. Beneath the surface, hidden in the murky shadows, a predator waited, silent, patient, unblinking. The frog had been still for hours, its body pressed against the mud, its eyes just below the surface, watching every vibration. The dragonfly had no idea it was sitting on the thin line between beauty and death. Every second was a countdown, every ripple a signal that the water was alive. The pond trembled again. Bubbles rose to the surface. The leaf shook beneath the dragonfly's tiny legs. For a single moment, time slowed. The dragonfly twitched its wings as if ready to take flight, but in that very instant, the frog surged upward. The water exploded in a violent splash, breaking the silence of the night. It was a strike designed to end in one bite, a hunt rehearsed 1,000 times in the dark. But fate chose differently. The dragonfly lifted at the last possible second, its wings cutting through the air with desperate speed. The frog's jaws snapped shut on nothing, splashing back into the water with a hollow echo. The pond rippled violently, but the dragonfly soared upward, untouched, saved by the margin of a heartbeat. The jungle had witnessed yet another battle between hunter and prey, but tonight the fragile creature survived. As it hovered above the pond, its wings dripping with moonlight, the dragonfly seemed to glow brighter than before, like a survivor carrying a hidden truth. The frog sank back into the depths, hunger unfulfilled, its hunt lost to a single moment of hesitation. The jungle returned to silence, but the lesson lingered. In the wild, life and death are always one breath apart. Survival is not promised, it is earned in moments of instinct, in fractions of seconds, in choices unseen. The dragonfly's escape was not luck, it was a reminder that even the smallest life carries a story worth telling. And in every still pond, behind every quiet surface, something is always waiting. This is an audio. Originally we were going to just release this episode as an audio, but it's such a good story that I didn't want to deprive you of the experience of hearing it. So here we are at the end. Thank you for listening. I'm glad you came along for this journey, because this is also our 200th episode. 200 stories shared, 200 worlds built, 200 adventures lived. It feels surreal to be here at this milestone, and thinking about all of you who have been a part of this journey, whether you've been here from the very start or you joined us recently, you are the reason why we keep creating these stories. Your feedback, your support, and your love for our work motivate us to keep pushing, to keep improving, and to keep bringing these tales to life. We started this channel with a dream to share stories that would transport you to distant lands, introduce you to fascinating creatures, and make you feel the thrill of being alive. Looking back at our journey, we can't help but smile. We remember the excitement of creating our first videos, the countless hours spent researching, writing, and producing each episode, the highs, the lows, the challenges, and the triumphs. Every step of the way has been an adventure, and we wouldn't trade it for anything else. We've laughed, we've cried, we've learned, and we've grown, not only as storytellers, but as individuals. This platform has given us the opportunity to connect with some truly amazing people, talented creators who have inspired us, motivated us, and pushed us to be better. And then there are you, our viewers, without whom none of this would have been possible. Your comments, your likes, and your shares mean the world to us. They fuel our creativity and keep us going when things get tough. You've welcomed us into your homes, into your hearts, and made our stories a part of your lives. For that, we are eternally grateful. So here's to the next chapter. We don't know exactly where this journey will take us, but we're excited to find out. We promise to continue bringing you stories that will make you laugh, that will make you think, and that will make you feel alive. Stories that will stay with you long after the credits roll. As we move forward, we want to thank you once again for being a part of our story. Your support has made all the difference, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you. So here's to the next 200 episodes, to the next adventure, to the next world, to the next story, and most importantly, to you, our amazing community. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening to this episode and all the others, for your support, for your love, and for your passion for storytelling. If you have a story you'd like to share with us, please send it to the email below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and above all, stay kind. Thank you and goodbye.